Hey, I'm not a DJ, but now I sound like one thanks to this new fantastic microphone. Oh, baby. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. That was awful. Okay, so it's not a secret. It's right in front of me. This is the new microphone from FiFine. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. The company actually sent this to me, and they actually told me how to say the company name, and they said FiFine. Although it looks like FiFine, but they said FiFine. So we're going to go with FiFine. Ooh, that's exhausting. But anyways, the point is, this is the microphone as you can see right now. This is the FiFine AM8T, which the T version, I believe, comes with the mic holder and the mic stand and everything like that. So that's kind of neat. I actually enjoy this setup. I don't often use a microphone like this, but I am doing a lot more podcasts where I'm a podcast guest. So something like this is going to come in handy. So when they reached out to me, this is not sponsored. When they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to give it a try, I said absolutely. And then 6 months later, which is now, I'm finally making the video. So I apologize. I am very, very slow at these things, but I have tested this out a couple times, and I like the sound. If you do watch my videos, I do a lot of stuff with filmmaking and audio, and I'm not a great audio technician. A lot of people think they're good at audio, but they're really not, and I'm kind of one of those people. If you ever find a really good audio technician, don't let them go. Keep him or her around because they are valuable. The fact that they can take audio and get you really crisp sound, whether you're doing simple talking heads or music, unbelievably valuable. Don't let them get away. Those audio technicians are incredible and well worth the money. Anyways, that wasn't a rant, but let's get back to this. So I've been doing more podcasts where I'm a guest, not specifically for this channel, but I have another channel for outdoor stuff. So the outdoor community likes to do a lot of podcasts. So I've been on a couple of those and that's great. But I've wanted a microphone that I can just hook up, attach to the computer, which you can with this, with USB-C. You can also hook it up to a camera, which I have right now through the XLR. That's great. So you have a couple different options, but I want to be able to just hook it up and go. Have a webcam with it and this microphone, or my camera with this microphone, something simple. And so far, this is what I'm looking for. And this is, I'm pretty happy with it. The sound is pretty decent. When I'm at work and we're using when I'm at work and we need voiceovers, we have a voiceover room with professional microphones, professional equipment to distort our voices, because apparently my voice isn't very good, so it needs distorting. Lots of reverb, let me tell you. Anyways, but at home, I don't have the money for the big setup, so I needed something more on a budget, and they sent this to me for free, and you can't get any more budget friendly than free, am I right? Anyways, just because it's free doesn't mean I'm going to say it's fantastic. There are some issues with it. I find this actual mic stand or the mic holder not to be the greatest. It's spring-based, and it's not the greatest, but it does the job of what I need now. I would like that it hid the cables somehow, so some way the cables can go inside. That's not an option here. That's fine. Again, it's a budget-friendly setup, so I get it. That's fine. I'm not really complaining. It's just something on my wish list. Another thing I did notice is that you do have to have it powered if you want to use your XLR to your camera, which I'm doing right now, which is fine. But that would mean that I either have to hook it up to the computer, which is behind me. That's fine too. Or I have to find some way of powering. I'm actually powering it now with a power bank. No problem. It still works. As you can see, it has a nice blue light. I'm a little bit colorblind. I think that's blue, like light blue. Am I right? Yeah, hopefully. If not, let me know in the comments. My kids tell me I'm colorblind. So what are you going to do? Anyways, I like the LED light. You can change it to whatever you want. You have controls for your volume level. You have controls for your headphones, which is great. You also have a mute button on the side. So if you want to just touch it and mute it, you can do that. I know you're all at home hoping I'm going to mute myself right now, but I'm not. So too bad. Anyways, I think that it's great that he has a whole bunch of options right into the microphone. It's also simple enough. It's kind of plug and play, which is good. A lot of people don't want to have to deal with a lot of different audio techniques to get really clean sound. This is something you just plug it in and you're good to go. For me, the first test I did it, plugged it into the computer, it worked. Made sure I had the microphone selected, and I did, and it worked. Fantastic. You can do voiceovers straight into this. I use Premiere for editing. You can record your voiceover right into Premiere using this microphone and your computer. So that's pretty darn easy. Now, when it comes to these kinds of microphones, it's actually a gaming mic. I'm not gaming. I suck at gaming. I actually do love certain games. Madden, I'm actually pretty decent at, but there's a lot of kids that are kicking my butt now, so I need help. But anyways, I won't be using it for gaming. I seriously doubt. That would be funny if I use this for gaming. No, I probably won't use this for gaming. I'll use this for other things, and that's fantastic. But in general, this is a gaming microphone. Anyways, there are competitions out there for a more budget-friendly microphone like this. There's the Rode mic, the Shure mic. There's a whole bunch of other mics. There's a lot of other companies coming out with mics now to get into the whole gaming and podcast genre, I guess. And that's great. I think more choice is better. Now, you can't go wrong with Shure or Rode. They're pretty decent companies. They've been around. This is what they do. They do microphones well, and that's great. But they're kind of expensive. And if you don't want to pay that kind of money, especially if you're starting out, I always say pay as much as you can for good gear, and you'll have that good gear for a while. But sometimes that's not possible. Let's just say you're a young person and you really want to get into, doing gaming online or a podcast, and you need something that's going to give you decent sound at an affordable price. Well, that's what this is right here. I personally think the sound is pretty decent. There are issues with the pops and the S's and that kind of stuff. But hey, that's going to happen with less expensive microphones. You just got to deal with it. But the amount of money you're going to pay for the better microphones, sure, you're going to get better sound probably, and hopefully it'll last you a little bit longer. But something like this can last you a while, give you decent sound, and then as you get more popular in your gaming or podcast or whatever, and you're able to invest more into that, then you can get a better microphone. But this might work for you. And for me, I'm pretty happy. I'm not going to use this for my everyday stuff. It's just going to be for podcast. And listen, my voice doesn't sound good anyways. So whether I have a really expensive microphone or a more affordable microphone, I don't think that's going to make that much of a difference. I just want something that's going to make me sound decent. And I think this definitely makes me sound decent. Hopefully. I mean, you're listening to me now, so I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, a couple negatives about this, like I said, is the arm. I don't really love that. If you're hooking up a XLR to this, you have to power it as well. Otherwise, it sounds very, very tinny, very, very off. It's something that it just needs power. Apparently, I thought it did have possibly phantom power, but it doesn't. My camera itself doesn't have phantom power. So maybe if I was using one of the more professional FS7s or something like that, that we do have at work, maybe if I use that with this, the phantom power would work, and my camera is not giving me any phantom power. That could be it. But right now, I need to have a power. It's not a big deal. Have a power bank right now working. Fantastic. I love that idea. I like the colors. Some people might not like having the colors. You don't have to have the colors on. You can have it changing multiple colors. You can do whatever you want. For me, it's not a big deal. If it's there, great. If it's not there, I don't really care. I'm just more concerned about the sound. And when it comes to videos, sound is so important. Sometimes I say sound and audio is even more important than the video. If you think about it, if you're watching a video and the sound is just awful, the audio is awful, there's wind popping, there's noises going around, background sound, you're not going to watch the video very long. However, if you have nice sound, you can kind of hide the video. Whether you're using text-based images or background images, you can still have that audio working perfectly, and people will listen to it and pay attention for a while because the audio is clean. But once you start to get really bad audio, no matter how good your video is, people are going to lose interest. They're not going to want to keep watching, or more importantly, keep listening. So getting a good sound on your videos is really, really important. And if this is going to help you, then yeah, that's fantastic. So really, that's it. It's not overly complicated. If you want a simple microphone that's going to work for gaming, podcasts, or anything else that you want for a desk setup like this, hey, you can do it. This simple FiFine AM8T microphone will do the job. It's very affordable. I believe it's under $100 Canadian, So what's that? I don't know, $75 American? I'm not 100% sure. But for me, that's pretty affordable. And it's in the right price range where I can take a chance on it. And if it works, great. I'm happy with it. Hopefully I have it for a while. If it doesn't work, then I can make some decisions, maybe return it, or you know what, lessons learned, go buy something more expensive. But for me, I'm pretty happy with this. And I think this would be a good investment. I was looking for something like this. I am going to change my whole set. I really don't have a set. This is just my basement and my desk where I work. But I'm going to have a better setup. So something like this might help me with that. Anyways, that's all for me. I've spoken way too much. But hey, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.